she gets like 4 to 5 hours of therapy.
but the facility's nice. Okay.
That's what she needs.
No, talking to Becky, I understand this is maybe short-lived, depending on how well she does. Like she's not there
Right
for a
now-
long time.
Well, they're planning on maybe December 18th.
Okay, so it's intense for a
Yeah.
run. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're not sure where she would go.
Okay.
And they said they may extend it too,
All right.
but they have to give a target date.
Is it a possibility for her to go home from that facility or not really?
Maybe. I
Maybe.
mean, she'll still have to go back to therapy, but.
Yeah.
Or maybe therapy comes back. I don't know. I don't think they come.
Wow, I'm so glad she's got all that progress. You ready? All right.
Sorry about that.
All right, folks. Thanks for attending the trustee meeting tonight. We're going to call the meeting to order at 7:35 on this Monday, November 24th. Would you please stand for a pledge and a prayer? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, as we gather in this place, we just ask that we do good things for the community here and make us make good decisions. And we just ask that you watch over all the families as we get ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. It's in your name. Amen. All right. All right. Approval of Monday meeting agenda. Do we have any changes or additions?
I just need a quick executive session right before roads.
Okay.
Before roads.
Right before, yeah, we'll do that before we do the road.
All right.
And then I have 2 documents to discuss under old business for Succo's Park.
Okay. And I've got a couple things to add at the fire, which I'll just add those in when we get there. And I've got something under new business too. Anything else, Brian?
I'm just gonna add lib as we go, because there's some of the things that are on the agenda that we put on there, there's some discussion that I have to add to.
Okay. All right, approval of the trustee meeting minutes for Monday, 11/10/25.
Trustee
Go ahead.
Carroll moves to accept them.
Trustee Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next will be the approval of the treasurer's report.
Trustee Griffith motions to approve it as presented.
Trustee Carroll seconds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. There's a lot of papers, but I think there's only one spot that's on there. All right, as we're getting those signed, we'll move on to public speaks. As we see none this evening, we're going to jump over and go ahead and work on fire reports.
Okay, good
Chief.
evening. As you can see from our meeting agenda for the fire department, we were awarded that Marks grant
Great.
in the amount of $31,991.81. Now, we applied for just over $36,000.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, yeah. So I think we've come up with, we're about $3,100 short. We can look
Okay.
at
I don't want to talk about that.
reducing some of the alerters to get it down under that 31,000 if we need to.
Okay. When would we need to make that decision on the difference?
Well, we have till July 1st of
Okay.
2026 to actually purchase the radios and submit.
Oh, July. So we've got
Yeah,
we've
have
got
a
7
little
months.
bit.
Okay.
We do have that retirement grant next year, or the new one will be open. You could use
We
that.
already got
for
that
the
taken
difference.
care of.
No, for the next year.
Well,
You're talking next
we would
year.
have it in next year, but we just got done doing that one for this year. We usually don't do it till December.
What's that?
It's $2,000. But we have the bills that we have for their safety equipment
Yeah.
Sue's already doing that. I think Mary, you might even have helped with that. It was our TOA grant.
It's a TARMA, and you can use it for equipment, safety equipment, anything like that.
Do we have to put the money up for this grant or?
No, sir. Once we submit this back to the state, we will receive a check in the amount of the grant.
Okay.
That's part of something I had
Well,
for you guys to do right here.
So it's not a matching grant, we don't have to front the money, it's not a reimbursement grant.
Do you ever figure,
There's
so
me to sign that.
if you're what, 3,100 difference
Just
Roughly.
right now?
Mhm.
What does that mean? What don't you get for that 3,100?
Well, we applied for 12 pagers, and we can reduce the
Maybe
amount.
they'll only get 11 pagers.
Well, I'm saying, why don't you just submit it now and get the stuff, and then if you wanna add on, then we wanna add on later, what's the difference? Then it's done. You're already accepted, aren't you?
Overwhelmed, absolutely. The
You
31,000.
You might as well just get it what you can get now.
Yes, that's the plan, to get what we can get with the $31,000.
And then if we're still short,
Then-
we'll talk about later getting something else that you were short with.
If we, yeah.
Okay.
down the road.
That's what I would do.
All right, so we need to designate Lindsay Wangert she did a lot of this work, so I want to go on record and I know there are others too involved, but I think Lindsay did a good portion of it. So I want to thank Lindsay under record for taking time to do this. Will she have to sign this?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Lindsay might be off right now.
She's gonna be off. She's on
Okay.
maternity leave.
Does it matter who signs it?
It doesn't, but if I'm submitting all the invoices, which should be 1 or 2 invoices when all this happens,
All right.
I don't mind doing it if you designate me to do it, because Tom and Lindsay or whoever's giving me the information, once the radios come in, I can just pass it on through an email. 'Cause that one right there is pretty easy.
Okay.
It's pretty cut and dry.
The only thing I worried about, and I talked to Tom last night about, was the grant was applied for 36,000, like you said.
Tom, was it 36 even is what we applied for?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
That's an email from Lindsay.
The original one, whatever that dollar amount was, that's what we were approved. There's a 3,000 and some dollar difference if we were to get everything that the grant was requested.
Okay.
And I was suggesting to Tom to bring it to you guys, that balance. And he said that he could do without some of that stuff. And I said, well, if you requested it, sounds like you're gonna need it
Yeah.
for $3,000.
Well, let's get the I'll make a motion, Trustee Barry makes a motion to have Fiscal Officer Brian Lowry sign for the Marks Radio grant, because Lindsay will be off for a little while, and get that submitted and in. Can we get a second on that?
So,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so let's go ahead and put that grant in. Once we get the radios, we'll decide if you want to come to us when it's time to order, if we need to try to bridge the gap or have a conversation about that, we can.
Right. I know we're gonna be short.
Okay,
It's gonna be tight at the beginning of the year.
yeah, okay,
You also need to budget into your budget the
User,
new user fees.
for 4 radios.
so is
That's the
the,
only thing that's gonna have user fees are the 4 radios. The pages will not
Okay.
have user fees.
okay. So the Ohio EMS grant, the next line down, that's a different line item, yes?
Yeah, so
Okay,
this is something the state of Ohio does every single year. We apply for it. And we're, based on how much money they have, we're awarded so much money. We were awarded $3,746.44.
okay,
The only thing that we really, really need, we have to spend the money before the end of the year, but we absolutely need 2 iPads. So we're pricing around to see what we can get the best price for iPads, because they won't reimburse for anything over $1,500.
okay.
So we have to stay underneath $1,500.
So the money isn't in our account. Once you make a
This-
purchase, the grant will pay it.
This is a reimbursement grant.
Okay,
We submit,
okay, up to 37. Okay, got it,
we submit invoices, and boom,
right.
within 2 weeks, we have money
got it.
coming back at us.
Okay. So you guys are figuring out the 2 iPads.
For sure, and then we're looking at some other equipment
Okay,
that we can purchase. Now, yeah,
You don't have much time left.
I know.
I know, that's gonna be a problem a little bit, because you gotta get all the invoices.
Chief Parker's,
That's-
I'm in conversation with her, and we have some ideas we're throwing back between the 2 of us. and she's gonna move on it on Thursday.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I think, Tom, just so you know, all this stuff has to be billed and paid before the end of the year.
Yes.
I don't think, because it's a grant.
and it's usually, we order from Boundary Medical, which is a vendor of ours that we've refused before, so. With the exception of the iPads, we can get them from Boundary. But,
You say it was Boundtree?
Boundtree,
Because right now we got a credit of $260 some with Boundtree.
do we really?
Yeah,
do we
because
really?
there's stuff that we were waiting on 6 months ago, so I don't know, it's kind of.
Trustee Griffith made a good point. If we're gonna have to reimburse these two $1,500 iPads, we're gonna need to make a motion to pay it out of the general and they get reimbursed, because they're not gonna,
Let's
likely
make a
they're not
motion
gonna
for the full amount.
pass in the mail,
Well,
right?
it's no more than 1,500, so we're not gonna spend
Yeah,
1,500
let's
per
do the whole
iPad.
amount.
That's the max they'll
They can spend
reimburse
up to
us.
that.
Oh, that's the max they'll reimburse
Is 1,500.
Per
right?
item.
So we're gonna be under that.
per item. Okay.
Do you think those iPads, I didn't know if you had a quote on them, are they in that range or where we at with that?
I think it'll be under,
If we
I
don't
think
use,
it'll be way under 1,500, to be honest.
if you don't use the $3,700, do you lose it?
Lose it.
So we need to approve the full.
So buy four, buy 4 iPads.
They won't let you do it.
Well, you have
right?
other stuff that
We
they
have-
can buy.
Okay.
2 medic units, and the grant specifically says that the tablets have to be for EMS units, not for fire trucks.
Oh,
So
okay.
if they would come in and say, hey.
All right, well,
this is
all
tablet.
right, trustee Varian moves to pay $37,46.44 out of the general fund to be reimbursed by the Ohio EMS grant if the funds need to be spent up to that amount.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Alright.
So if you can find other things to purchase in that amount, let's do it.
Yes.
So we're getting paid back. Okay. All right, sounds good.
And then we're gonna be applying for a BWC safety grant to get a new load system for Medic 45. We're gonna be doing that probably by the end of the year.
Okay.
We'll be looking more into that.
Is that a grant you guys can write yourselves?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna jump in before we do the last one on your list. I spoke today to, let me find her name, Vera Gatchel.
Oh, very good.
Yes, she's a grant resource person that runs a business that writes grants for fire departments. The big grant, and you would know it because you're a firefighter and you probably can rattle right off. I didn't catch it. But there you go. So in conversation with her today, her grant writing fee is $850 to write a grant. And if you don't get the grant, they write it the next year without the fee. And then if you're awarded the grant, there's a percentage of kickback to them, which is never exceeds $3,500. So, and then there's a little bit of an algorithm there. Like they can only you end up spending about $1,000 out of your general fund if you receive it. So the conversation first, and I talked to Tyler Palm today about this. I talked to him. I said, we need a fire truck. She said, how old's your fire truck? I said, to 22. I said, we need a tanker. She said, it's got to be 24 years old. Don't even apply. Don't even try to apply if it's not 24 years old. So our tanker is 20 years old. So that one's out. And she said, really, you need to pick stuff that is in the personal safety category. And I said, well, we need air packs bad. She said, great, that's an easy one to get. So I think I would like to get her involved. These guys are already writing grants. I already have a lot going on. This Vera is going to ask our leadership team for a bunch of paperwork. I know it, to get the grant written. I'd like to see us use, maybe not her, we can shop around, or we can just use her. She's written for us in the past. I'd like to see us write this grant for 2025 for the air packs and try to get
25 or 26?
for 26. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The paperwork's going to come out in 25.
That's like 60,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they fund full fire trucks. I mean, it's a big.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
the air
For us.
packs are about.
Yes.
60,000.
Well, and what Tyler said was, she said your air packs have to be 10 years old, and I said, well, all of our air packs have been bought again. They're all used. She said they have to be 10 years old and they have to have gone through 2 cycles. I don't know what that means, but this guy I'm sure does. So I would like to get Vera involved and her team. She's a grant writer in the fire department world. I'd like to pay her $850 to write this grant. And I'd like to take the gamble on it because at at $60,000 of air packs, wherever we come in at. She said they're sending out information packets now to fire departments to get the data to write this year's grant. You only get a chance to write it once, right? Is that right? You write this one grant one time, and if you don't get it, it's next year.
You wait another
You
year.
wait another year.
Right.
So, and I don't know, I didn't ask her because I wasn't on my toes, but I don't know if turnout gear is in the same category. There's tiers. So the highest priority is personal safety stuff, and there's tiers.
Yes, turnout gear can be included.
So
we could write for both.
that would be great.
Yeah, can we add to that, the compressor that keeps breaking down that we fill our air packs with?
I mean, we can probably write it for whatever we want. That's going to be up to the team. The actual machine that's,
The compressor.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, because
we've repaired that a couple times in my time.
yes,
and it's old because it was spot used.
yes.
So we could add that on there with the air packs and it coincides. And now we're probably talking close to 100 grand.
Oh, probably over.
Oh, well over.
Well over.
Okay.
And then if you're talking turnout gear for the entire department times two, I mean, we could write a $350,000, $400,000 wet ticket. I mean, I don't. She's going to help us because she's a grant writer.
Yeah.
She's going to say that's too much, or
Well, the air machine and the air packs, they all go together.
Mhm.
Turnout gear is a little something different, but she'll know.
yeah. I would like to have a real conversation about getting her involved soon, because I think it's having someone that's paid to get the ball rolling in the grant world is going to help us meet deadlines and not let it get away from us.
Yeah.
Um,
And she'll do it again the next year if she doesn't get
At
it.
the 850s rolled over to the next year and it's resubmitted without any upfront cost.
So do we have it in the budget to spend?
When do you want to pay this 850?
I don't know. I don't know when it would be paid. I did not ask that. I can get that information.
I mean, if you needed it in this year, I could do it, but I'd rather do it in January or February.
Okay.
I'm sure we could send it in January. Just
Yeah.
how we're booking her. When's the grant due?
February timeframe,
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
know.
she's writing them now.
because the first
I'd
cut,
say she probably wants it now.
comes, they do it in like 3 cuts. If you don't make the first cut, then they notify you like in the early spring. And then the second cut's like in June,
Got it.
and the third cut's in July, and if you don't get cut the third time, you're awarded the grant.
She's probably wanting to start now then.
Yeah. I think it's money well spent for us to continue on, because when I've been talking to Tyler,
I agree.
I'm talking to Tyler, we've got some over the next couple of years, we've got some pretty heavy
Expenses.
bills coming in the fire department. So Trustee Barry makes a motion to hire Vera Gotchel at the tune of $850 to begin the grant writing process for 2026. Would you call it EMS grant? Is that what it's called?
AFG grant.
I'm sorry, thank you. AFG, I was completely
System
wrong.
for Firefighter grant.
Okay,
Griffith seconds.
all in favor?
Aye.
I'll call her and see what kind of timeline the payment is.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I like to see these grants. That really helps the program here when we're getting money into our program, into our little program. It's great. All right, last one on your list there.
We have 2 out on medical leave right now. Catchings just got hired full-time at North Canton, so his availability is decreasing going forward. So we want to hire between 3 and 5 personnel before the end of the year. Basically, we're advertising, social media, the college. We do have one application. We're going to meet with it. He's a young gentleman, very little experience. We're going to meet with him next week, kind of interview him. And then probably the next trustees meeting, if we decide we're going to hire him, we'll bring it to you at that time.
Okay.
But
Sounds good.
we're going to try to fill some holes.
Did we have any conversation about the smoke detector at the fire station?
I had a conversation with ProTech. They were gonna get back with me on going out and taking a look to see if
Okay.
it's faulty. But then I suggested, is there a way we could relocate a little bit so it isn't right over the stove area?
Every time these guys cook a Pop-Tart, it sets the alarm off.
Even if there's no smoke, it's just enough the fumes are
Yeah.
setting it off.
So,
Yeah,
all
it
right.
needs to be moved then.
All right, we'll keep on that. Anything else for fire?
Just our call volume since the last meeting. 17 ALS, 4 BLS, 1 fire type run, and then mutual aid, 2 from Lewisville, and 1 from New Michelle.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Fire request.
Mhm.
There. Yeah, because we had those 3 pages to it.
3 separate,
Yeah, 3 separate pages.
then they're,
Because everybody, I just realized, probably only has 1 page. And there should be 2 more pages there.
so
Is that for the cost? Because I thought it was
Yeah.
really low.
Well, you see how you only have 1 page? And I
Yeah.
was noticing, Tom had gave me 3 pages, and I know the girls were helping me out by making copies. We have
Yeah.
2 other pages. I don't have them in my
so
stuff.
it probably makes the meeting.
This is all, I was gonna say, well, you had
Yeah,
no problem.
there's 2 other pages
That's it.
of calls. In
Okay.
case you wanted to look at, and I just caught it when I was
Well, that's
looking.
24 on there.
So you guys probably should have a separate page on the call volumes.
Yeah, but you had
What's your
24
dates on
calls
yours,
and
Dan?
24 on there.
21, 22. Yeah, he's right, 24. There's 24, that's right.
But there was 3 pages given to me, because some of it was from the previous. those
Oh,
3
maybe it was
pages.
from a previous, well,
Yeah.
this run report's 2 weeks. I mean, this is right. Maybe it was old.
Well, that's what I was wondering, but you might not have seen it, that's why we might not
Okay.
have it. That's
Well, if you
why-
guys come across it, throw it in our box.
Right.
All right, great. All right, cemetery report.
Ryan had texted me here, and just bear with me, he was gonna try to make it here tonight. Wreath Across America is Saturday, December 13th at noon. I'm in the process of getting that porta-john out there for us. He's letting us know that he worked on repairing and installing some footers over and straightening headstones and leveling out ruts that were in Mapleton Cemetery. He said that he's working on getting estimates for tree work at Kuntz Cemetery in East Canton. He talked to me about this. I said, all you can do is get pricing and see if maybe we can do a little bit each year if once funds are available.
Did you say Wreath Across America was 13th, 20th?
13th.
Thanks.
Did they have a time on that, Brian?
Noon, at
Yeah.
noon, yeah. And then he says he wanted to look at, I don't know if any of you have driven by there. I know Trustee Barron, you may go by there, but the sidewalk is in bad shape because of the tree rooting. He looks like he would like to do some trimming up there, whether he does it or we have it hired done along the railroad and along that roadway where the sidewalk is. He even suggested he'd like to get prices on tearing up that sidewalk because it's so bad shape, you know, it's a hazard to even walk on it. So that's what Ryan sent me. Just, he's working on that. But the Wreath Across America, I don't know. I know a lot of you try to make it to that event, or maybe you've been contacted by the Historic Society too. But that's the only thing there. As far as cleanup and mowing, that stuff's completed, and Jim Beck is on hold on doing anything else right now. Everything other than that, that's all I have. We didn't have any money turned in from the last meeting. We did at the last meeting, but since then, the cards, the thank you cards are on order that we want to send a thank you for
Oh,
the
great.
donations. So I will hopefully have that by the next meeting so we can do that.
How about this 20,608?
Okay, let me get my notes here.
And is that a general for thank yous? Because we want to send thank yous to
Well, the thank you
employees we
card,
no longer have.
yeah, the thank you card was from a individual that donated that for, that represented the Swab family. And it was general maintenance to keep up the cemetery there. I think originally they thought they were gonna have to buy a lot or something, and they said, no, just take that and use it where you see fit. And gave it to Ryan, and that's how Ryan gave it to me. But it was from an individual that was representing the Swab family. Now, moving forward, the resolution, I was asked for the 20,608. We received a check for the oil and gas from Frio Company, or leasing company on our oil and gas. This is the other portion. That first check we got was 15,600 was for it's called the blue and navy blue section up by Wildwood Cemetery, and that was that money there. This 20,608 is strictly, it's all for the cemeteries that did fall, that were eligible, or they fell into the group. So we received that. So we have a total of the $35,000 now that we have. The 15,000, you already had me move into the cemetery. I'm asking for that 20,608. I put it in the general fund to start off with, but I need resolutions to move that into the cemetery and to have it appropriated to be able to use that.
Do you want two different
You
motions for that?
you can put that motion into all one. If you notice, it says revenue budget. I've already had it certified by the county. Just, you can make a resolution to take and move it from the general fund
Okay.
into the cemetery fund and then appropriate it.
All right, Trustee Varian makes a motion to move $20,608 from the general fund into the cemetery fund and appropriate that money.
Trustee Pure second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Carries.
And that is all I have there.
All right, Mr. Randy, you want to do executive?
Yep. Oh, let's see which one we use. Trustee Pure moves to go into executive session at 8:01 for matters required to be kept confidential.
Roll call. Oh, Trustee Varian second, and then roll call.
Piru,
Yes,
Griffith,
Yes.
and Viren.
Yes.
and I'm gonna bite Rodney in.
Okay.
8:02.
8:02. So trustees and Rodney?
Yeah.
Folks out there, if you're listening, we're just gonna pause sound for a little bit till we do that.
right, trustee Barry motions to come back into general session at 8:05.
Trustee Puro, second.
All those in favor, we'll roll call that.
Bureau, Griffith.
Yes.
Yes,
And Bear.
yes. All right, road report.
As the trustees have a second to look over the road report, got any questions?
How's our new guy doing?
You guys are doing pretty good.
Good. New guys, that's true. 2 of them.
Right.
Good.
I do have a couple other things in the works. The 550, the Ford 550 had a spring pin that was broke. The truck was going down the road just a slight off kilter.
Mhm.
And I had to get a quote to fix it. It was $320.56 at Superior Spring. And that is already,
So we need it then and now for that.
I don't know if it's Monday. It's
What's the total?
$320.56.
Nothing. We haven't got the bill on it yet.
No.
All right, trustee Puro moves to pay Superior Spring $320.56.
Trustee Barry in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And then I just have one other thing. I already replaced 2 bad motors that were leaking as soon as we turned them on the auger motors. Luckily, we had 2 in stock. And I need to get 1 auger motor and 1 spinner motor just in case, one during winter blows out. So we have one on the shelf so we can just switch it out. And
What was the cost on those?
they are $349 a piece.
Same cost for both?
Yep, same cost for both.
Okay. Who do we pay?
That's from Custom Clutch Joint and Hydraulics in Canton.
Clutch. All right. Are we picking them up or are they shipping them to us?
Pick them up.
All right. Got money in the general fund for that? Okay, trustee
Oh,
Barry.
the
The road fund, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Road fund.
I don't want you hitting that general.
The general road fund, I guess you call it. All right, trustee Barry moves to pay Custom Clutch up to $700 for 2 stock motors to put on the shelf for a cold, rainy night.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that's all you need to spend. We better
That's
move
all.
on quick.
That's all I
Yes, I
got.
had one question. Have we ever thought about, like some of the other schools and states do painting letting the school design our snow pile paint for the winter? It'd be a good interactive thing with the school.
Yeah, the county has one sitting up there every year.
Yeah,
So I should think about that.
I have no qualms if they want to throw some paint on it and stop it from rusting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a Hornets one and a Wizards one and call it a day. All right, we need to approve a division of in-kind money for the Parks Road chip and seal project.
Now, trustee, what that's about is the in-kind money that after Art gets paid for the 2020 on parks, the in-kind money is $30,064.79. That money will come to the township, and then we distribute it to the share to Nimishillen and then to Paris. And I was talking to Trustee Puro about this. The percentage of roadways, the in-kind came to a little over $90,000 for all 3 entities, but we're only receiving that $30,064. So the percentage that were used to pay their portions of roadway, 53% of it was Nimishillen, 25% is Paris, and 22% is Osnaburg. And I broke that down that once we receive those funds, I'd like to prepare those dollar amounts of $15,934.34 for Nimishillen, and I'd like to prepare the $7,516.20 for Paris, and then the $6,614.25 will go against Osnaburg's share.
Okay.
And what I need to do is, when that $30,064 come in, I will once certify it, then I need to appropriate it to spend it. So that's the resolution.
Do you want the motion to have that or that?
Yeah, that 30,000.
You don't care about that?
and break it down into 53%, 25%.
I got it wrote down.
So
Oh,
what-
okay.
You don't need the value, you just need the percentage.
Percentage.
Percentages.
Trustee Pirro moves to receive the in-kind reimbursement of $30,064.79 for Parks Road chip and seal project, then to be dispersed out to 53% for Nimishillen Township, 25% for Paris Township, and 22% for Osnaburg Township.
Trustee Varian second. All those in favor?
All right.
All right.
Do you
I
have
have a question though, and that is, how much did we spend in kind ourselves compared to what we're getting reimbursed?
Ask one more time, Brett, I missed something.
How much did we cost us for in kind?
The in-kind, our cost was $7,999.
So we're $1,000.
Them and Shillen spent a bunch.
Yeah. No, just so I can give you a breakdown, I can give you that breakdown of what it actually cost each entity, and then you kind of see all entities together is $98,415. Paris Township was $49,346.49. They did some asphalting and a lot of other stuff. Nimishillen was $41,234.90. And us, which included, and I think you trustees all remember when Trustee Pirro let us know, like back when we did that repair work, Parker Contracting was involved, $3,000, just different things like that. We bought a catch basin, all our Durapatching, emulsion, all that added up to $7,833.98. And then Art's bill, for our share of Art's was $18,400.82. So if you want to look at it as $18,482 and add on our in-kind of $7,833.98.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to be reimbursed $6,614.25. There's where you're at with the cost of actually doing the job for our township.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to look at it, our township. Nimishillen and Paris did major like paving and asphalting. They spent like, you heard me say 49,000, 41,000. They did a lot more in-kind.
So was the 18,000 paid out of the grant or paid out of our general?
The 18,000 was paid for, each one of us had to pay 50% of the bill, and that was our 50% to Art. The other 50%, which is 60,000 and some change, is paid directly from the state to Art. And I just got an email, I know Trustee Pirro did too, that he has to fill out some forms and get the portal ready so he can accept that money,
Okay.
because they pay that directly to him. But that 30,000 for in-kind comes to us.
Okay.
But we don't get to keep all that. We only get to keep.
No,
We're keeping 22% of the 30.
Yeah, and I thought when we were doing
6,600.
this, we were tracking in kind to kind of stay in line, or did we not know how much we were gonna get?
We didn't do anything extra. We changed the culverts.
We were 1,000 off.
Yeah,
So you didn't want to do the culverts?
no, I'm saying I thought we were trying to do what the in-kind covered. I didn't know we were going more than that.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
But how, did we know what we were gonna get?
no, we did not.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, our percentage is only $1,000. These other townships.
We
They spent a
didn't, we
bunch
didn't do, yeah, we didn't do anything extra. We just did what was necessary.
When Paris are in $49,000 of in-kind, they're going to get 25 back.
So I think that's the last galvanized culvert going under the road. There's one other one, but that would be a county culvert. It's a bigger one, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know. I'd have to
They don't
look at
really
it.
want to help us on that.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember if it's galvanized or plastic
Yeah,
yet.
it's
So
galvanized.
it is. Well,
That big
But-
one on, what is that, Midday?
no. I'm talking on Parks.
Oh,
There's one more culvert, but I think it might be already changed. But other than that, the rest of them are all changed now. We're in good shape. That one we took out was probably 100 years old.
Okay.
It was by the railroad bed.
All right, anything else for road?
Nope.
Okay, moving on to zoning, Miss Mary.
Okay, since last meeting, don't have any permits issued. Over on the nuisance side, I don't have a lot of updates, still waiting to hear back from health department and prosecutor on some stuff. As far as what I do have updates on, I went out and met with the tenant at the Lucy property with the vehicles. And I talked about him and we talked it over. He has a trailer with a broken axle right now that he uses to haul vehicles out. So once he gets that fixed, he's got a couple more that are ready to go out. The vehicles are all, for the most part, lined up behind the building or on the side away from the neighbor, back in the woods kind of. So it makes it harder to see. And that's kind of why he put them there, so that they were out of sight pretty much. There's a trailer or a frame, I forget what it was, up by the building right behind the house, but it's kind of pushed up against the bushes as close as it can be, so it's as out view as much as possible. There is a cabin chassis beside the house that he is getting parts off of for a truck inside, and then he said that one will be headed out. So
Okay.
he asked for more time. As far as I saw, I'm okay with giving him time unless I hear different.
Yeah, looks like he's making efforts.
Mhm.
All right, good. Great, thanks for tracking on that.
Other than
Just,
that, I
just
don't
as a
have
note,
much.
if you ever have any concern about going out on your own, talk to our road guys. They work out.
Yeah.
Mary comes rolling in with a big entourage of big burly men. Here to talk about your cars.
Other than that, I don't have much change.
Okay. All right, thank you. Moving on to old business. Resolution to request 457 from Succo's Trust. What do we got?
The liability insurance we got for the Succo's Park for our side of it,
Yeah,
I got the bill from our insurance.
Okay.
And all I need from the trustees is a resolution to ask the trust to
okay.
pay that $457.
Trustee Varian moves to request $457 from the Succo's Trust to pay Otarma liability insurance for the Succo's Park.
Go ahead.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is that for the year?
As
Brian?
a point of clarity, that's a 6-month
Yeah.
bill.
It's like halfway through the year. I
Effective
think the
date, invoice
yeah.
date, yeah.
And then once we get the new bill next year, then it'll be
Okay.
on for the whole year.
All right. Ms. Brenda, you have something for old business?
Yes, so as we're trying to get ready to submit for our reimbursement on the Succo's Park, I'm gonna make a motion that we agree to submit a joint use agreement, and that is with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, which requires us to identify that we are opening the park for public use, is what the joint use agreement is.
Okay.
That's motion.
Yeah, that's my
Jesse, Chris,
motion.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Then I have one more, and that is under the same thing to submit for reimbursement. We need to submit to Huntington Bank a leasehold agreement that the state's requiring, saying that Huntington also agrees that the park will be used for public use. It's a leasehold agreement.
Trustee Varian, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. Okay.
Can you give me copies once you got that, just so I have it in a record, because we talked about tonight. Just a copy of it once it's completed.
Yeah, I'll have to fill it in first.
Thank you.
All right, new business, University of Miami, Ohio.
I have one
Oh,
more.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're
And
fine.
then also part of the grant requires us to post this sign,
Oh.
capital improvement, community parks, recreation, and conservation project open to the public.
Oh, very nice.
Ohio Department of Natural Resources.
That'll be nice on the
And
brick
once it's
wall.
posted, and we're gonna ask Road to do that,
Okay.
we have to take a picture of it, and that also has to go back with a request for reimbursement
Oh, with the picture of the sign.
with the
Okay.
picture of the sign.
The future park sign's hung back up, by the way. It's out there.
It is.
And I might add to that, the lady from Atarma that was coming out, I had the date wrong, it's December 10th. That's
Oh.
gonna do the evaluation for
Oh, good.
signage and evaluation for us.
Can I do we have some representation? Are we going to that?
Yeah, I'm planning on it, but I definitely want trustees there, anybody.
I'd like to chat with her and make some notes so we can get this signage ordered.
Because when she
That's
talked to me on the phone,
December
I
10th.
just said about, the park, the whole entire area. We wouldn't want people walking on the whole entire, but she said, yeah, you can do nobody beyond this point at this time.
You know what time that is?
She didn't have a time. She said in the afternoon after 3:00, she would text.
All right.
It was in the afternoon on December 10th.
Okay. I'll try to be there for that.
All right, thank you.
All right. Afternoon on December 10th. Okay. Artificial intelligence survey. University of Miami, did we all get that email?
Yeah, I read the email. I mean, I'm fine with this
Yeah,
competing.
what did I do?
I'm not the biggest fan of the University of Miami.
That's who does all
I know.
our books for the fiscal officer, for the trustees. I didn't want to just go in there and do something to represent y'all because you all might have different opinions of things.
Do we need a motion to agree to this, or what do we have?
Well, one of you could be in charge of it, or if you
What's the ask on our end? What do they need us to do?
have to go online and answer their questionnaire.
I don't think you have to, they're just asking you, they're asking if you want to.
If you want to participate,
Yeah.
do we want to participate?
It puts our opinion out there, but
Do you want to be the head?
Participate.
it's up to you.
Does it matter?
Who's that for?
I mean, I don't know how can we don't use it yet, so I don't know how we can answer it.
We use the books. That's what the rules are set.
No, I agree with that, but I mean the AI.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to ask, are you going to use it? And you say, no, not at the present time.
I don't know.
I'd say let's not mess with it right now. We have other things going on. We'll catch them next time.
Because I can respond to them and say at this time, I can
Yep.
let them know that.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine with everybody else. All right, trustee to sign engagement letter for oil and gas.
Yeah. All that is, trustees, you already actually did the permission for Aaron Bron, say his last name, right? Brogerman, that represents the oil and gas for the East Canton. You already actually approved that to let him pursue to try to free up these other 13 acres.
Okay.
All I need is signatures on that.
Right.
They did what's called an engagement letter to make it official. You already did a resolution, just, this is to get things rolling for us.
There you go. All right.
And then-
I have one more thing for new business. I would say this is kind of an early conversation, but Mr. John Parker, who helps us by subbing as a plow driver, he has a family member that lives here in this closest parcel here to our township garage, and they're looking to sell that property. So they wanted to call us and see if we had any interest in it. I have called John Parker.
Across the street or beside us?
Right here. Not across the street, right here. There's a house with a 2-car garage
To the west.
right there. Throw a baseball to it. Just this first house right here in the corner. So the way our property line is laid out, it would square us off. Is that fair, Brian?
Yes.
It would square us off. So John Parker's the contact. I called John. We chatted. He was going to give my information to the person handling the estate, which might be a cousin or something. I have not heard from that person. It's been a couple days. I called John on Thursday of last week, I think, maybe Tuesday. I was up at basketball practice. So I don't know if that's something we want to look into, punch some numbers, see what they're looking for. I don't know if the house has value or not. We kind of chatted about it. Having a 2-car block building to put more equipment in might not be a bad thing to hold on to, or we just say we're not interested.
Is the
I
block
think we should
building
look at it.
separate?
Block building is detached.
Is the house,
It says
somebody
close
was
to the
living in
house.
the house?
They're living in it now.
No.
They're getting ready to move them to an assisted living
Wow.
facility.
So it is habitable right now.
It's livable now.
Yeah, I think we should look into it.
John did say the sanitary hasn't been talked about. Like, there's no way it passes.
No.
There's some things you're going to need to do if you're going to want to make it a house you can live in. But maybe look it up on the parcel, property, maybe take a peek. Like I said, it's early in the stage. I think they wanted to ask us before they listed it for sale, but at the same time, doesn't look like they're in a super big hurry because I haven't been called back yet. I know Brad hasn't been called back yet, so.
Can you
Right,
trust
yeah,
me?
Yeah, that one right there.
I'm gonna move up. Here's our site. What we're talking about is in this lower left-hand corner area. All this.
And I don't know how big the building is. It's not huge. I mean, look at
It's,
the Barris
Let me see if it'll tell us.
buildings in comparison. But I don't know, do plows fit in it? You know, I don't know. Maybe not.
Probably
Probably
not.
8, or what's the, you guys are probably used to looking at all this.
It's not even a half an acre if you're looking for the.
Yeah. Yeah, it's small parcel.
0.47.
What do they have it valued at?
Yeah, look at the tax map, or the taxing.
Sorry, I moved around here on it. What'd you want me to do? Just open
Back
up
on the
full
auditor
property?
site,
Yeah, go to the tax summary or the tax
There we go.
or
Tax summary?
value, yeah.
Right.
Go to
The real estate.
residential. If you go up a little bit, you'll see values going to pro, see where it says values over there. On the profile, second one down.
Or value.
Yeah, go to that one. There you go, that one. There you go. Appraised land value is 11.9, total building is 123, total assessed both is 135. So that's what they're paying taxes on.
So it's somewhere between 135 and
That's a lot for
160.
that little house.
Yeah, and then 35% of assessed value is what they're actually paying taxes on, is 47. They're not paying it on 135, but that's what the value of. So that seems high for under half an acre small little house
That's
to
pretty
me,
high.
but if the house needs everything, you know. But so I think it's something to look at, especially if you look at our plot map, it would square this property off. Not that that's a reason to buy something, but I don't know that we want to be landlords. But if the building's worth saving, can you scroll back out one time? There you go.
Tell you what.
There you go. But we own further back in township,
Yeah, we're
owns
up
further
on
back
top
in there
of
than
it.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, up the top of that hill.
It goes up on top.
I may or may not have rode my four-wheeler many, many times on that hill as a young whippersnapper. Probably running from a trustee. So, something to think about. If you guys want to look it up, check it out. So, all right, anything else?
Yes, one thing.
All right.
Philip Schwab with Schwab Technology, I missed this at the last meeting. He had told me that the router system that actually communicates our live streams, everything, like when you come in here, all our computers that are anything that's on Wi-Fi is now 7 years old, and he's been having problems. They're not backed up anymore. I asked him to prepare a price for us and what that he would recommend to replace it. And it's kind of in line with where it was when we originally put it in 2020. It was around $980, almost $1,000.
Okay.
But he's worried that, he says, I would like to at least submit it into the trustees, let them look at it. Because if this goes down, we lose everything in here. We can't, we'd have to hardwire it. But right now everything's on routers and everything's communicating in here. And he's worried because he's had 3 of them fail. They get 7, 8 years old. And he asked me to show that to you all.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, well, what do you think, Phil? Can we let it wait? He says, you wait, it could fail and then you're out until we can get it in here. I said, well, how quick? He says, it might be a week or two till you can get it all up and running again. But I just thought, here we are at the end of the year, starting a new year. We use this for live streaming. If we want to wait, we can wait, but I get worried. If it goes down, we're out. So
What fund does that come out of?
that will come out of the general fund. And right now, the general fund, I had looked at that earlier, just in case you asked me that. The general fund, under like improvement to site, improvement to our machinery, furniture and all, we're right now at the point where we have $7,000 in one of them and $1,456 in the other one. And that was always put in there case you had something with heating, cooling, something major happened around here. But this year, knock on wood, we didn't have anything major happen. But this would be major if we lost our internet. Not that we lost our internet, but lost communication to the internet.
So that means you couldn't unlock the door through your phone then, right?
That affects it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's ProTech. We run ProTech through it. Like all the office computers, whether it's road department, zoning, the fiscal office, and the regular office computers all communicate through that. And your live stream that you're up there now, that's what it's live streaming through that system right now. We've had it go off a couple of times and it'll tell me, but it's Spectrum's failure. It'll give us a notice and it'll say Spectrum went down. Our phone system runs on it also. Ring Central runs on it. So it does affect a lot of stuff if it goes down.
I think we have the money in the general budget. Let's get it fixed. Let's get it upgraded, in my opinion.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing that, I know we talked about the dates. I just wanted to confirm that for our meeting for a reorg. And that was, I'm just confirming on December 29th, Monday. I think some of you
5 p.m.
plugged it in your phone at 5 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm that because we should do a resolution. We didn't really do a resolution, just to confirm it. So the public, I can put that on that we're doing a reorg meeting.
Okay, Trustee Varian moves to plan our reorganization meeting for the upcoming year on Monday, December 29th at 5 p.m. at the Township Garage.
Griffith seconds.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
Trustee Varian moves to adjourn and pay bills.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All right, pretty effective. Got a lot done. Not bad, 8:30.
Did you talk to this one?
Not too bad.
I haven't,
Hey, Tom, that's great on that March radio
I
grant.
don't
That's
have
awesome.
a confirmation yet.
Yes.
That's
But
awesome.
I'm gonna see
Very excited about
Hopefully
that.
get
I'll
in
say
there.
something to Lindsay.
the next one. So that would be December.
That's great.
I haven't heard, she was due yesterday. I haven't heard
Oh, was
if
she?
she had that baby yet.
Oh, I won't bother her now then. She won't be hearing from me.
We said we do